Hey, what's up guys? I'm James, also known as Just Some Nerd, and last week I did a little unboxing video on the new Spirit Halloween Ghost Trap, and today I'm out in the shop and I'm gonna kind of play around with it and do a little simple repaint and see if we can't bring out some of that detail and make it look even cooler. Alright, let's get to it guys. Alright guys, the Spirit Halloween Ghost Trap. People are super excited to get their hands on these, and for good reason. They're not that expensive, and they have a lot of the detail there. Like, they look really sharp. And what we're going to do today is just a simple repaint to see if we can bring out some more of that detail and just make it, show it off that much more. The first thing I'm going to do is a little bit of sanding. I'm going to sand off the white paint on these panels. And I'm also going to sand off some of these logos, like here where it says Made in China. I'm also going to sand down some of the rough spots. I mentioned in my unboxing video that it had some spots that will look like something had gone wrong with the casting, or it maybe had been damaged while they were being assembled. If you're wondering what this little blue thing is I'm using to sand with, it's a 3D printed sanding tool designed by Bill Duran of Punish Props. And it's actually pretty nifty to get into spaces of a certain size. I'm starting with 220 grit sandpaper, and then I'm going to go back with 400 grit sandpaper to try to smooth it out and not make it look so scratched. And finally I'm going to wet sand it with 600 grit sandpaper to make it smooth and bring back some of that shine. The panel that holds the batteries in, I'm just going to take that off and set it to the side for now. I'm actually not really going to do much with this because I think it looks pretty good the way it is. These two red tubes are going to stay basically the color that they are. So I was able to pop these off just using a flathead screwdriver. For whatever reason, these side panels are white instead of silver, so we're going to want to sand off that white paint. Sanding off the paint is going to help our new paint stick to the plastic a lot better. Once we have that outer layer of paint sanded off, I'm going to go in and go ahead and mask off the area that I want to paint. I'm actually going to leave all of the black basically the way it is, and just add these silver highlights to the side panels. While we're masking, I want to take a second to tell you guys about some of the cool merch that my team, the Ghostbusters West Virginia division, has available online. All of the money raised from the sale of this stuff goes to our different charities, like our big Christmas toy drive that we do every year. Last year we raised $12,000 to go out and get Christmas gifts for less fortunate kids. And we want to be able to do that again this year, but we need your help to achieve those goals. So if you're interested, we would really appreciate it if you would check out the stuff that we have available for purchase, and I'll have a link in the description to where you can find this stuff. Alright, now back to the build. To save on masking tape, I'm using some Glad Wrap too. It works really well for masking off large areas. I had a little bit of trouble cutting it with these old scissors, but that's alright. The first thing I'm going to do is hit everything with some gray primer. That's really going to help our metallic paint stick. For our metallic silver, I'm using Krylon Brilliant Aluminum. I find that metallic spray paints take a pretty long time to dry, so I normally let them sit at least overnight. It was really hot this weekend, so it actually dried a lot faster than I would normally expect it to. So after I started painting this with my silver, I realized that I forgot to mask off this front part with all the knobs. So now I'm going to have to go back and mask off that area and repeat the same steps as before with some of the gray primer, and then going over that with the Brilliant Aluminum metallic paint. So now that all the metallic paint is dry, it's time to go in and do some hand painting. I'm going for a pretty grungy, weathered look on this. So to make it look like some of the paint is chipping off and showing the metal behind it, I'm using silver rub and buff. This stuff is really awesome. I just dab a little bit on an old brush and just kind of whisk it around the edges and anywhere that I think wear would show naturally. I want it to look a little rusty in spots, so for that I'm going to use some burnt sienna and some burnt umber acrylic paint. I'm just going to kind of lightly brush that on and then dab it off with a paper towel. And then just go back and forth doing that until I get to a place where I'm happy with the way it looks. Now I popped off these 2 red tubes earlier, and I'm basically going to keep them the same, but I want to give them a little bit of a more like weathered, battle damaged look. So I want it to look like that red paint is kind of just falling off and showing the metal underneath. I made this little thing to help with painting small parts for projects, and I basically just put a bunch of screws in a little piece of wood so I get to hold them up like this. It's a really simple, stupid looking little thing, but it's really helpful for stuff like this. And now I'm going to do a little bit of a black wash in a couple of spots. There are a few places that look a little rough from when I did my sanding earlier, so I'm also going to go in with some black gloss acrylic paint and to help touch those spots up so they don't look so rough and scratchy. Now is a good time to go ahead and put our decals on too, because we're going to do this black wash over the decals to make them look kind of grungy and dirty too. Our final step is to put those 2 red tubes back on the side, and we're ready to go and bust some ghosts. Alright guys, man, it was hot out in the garage while I was working on that thing, so I'm glad to be back in the air conditioning now. But so here we go, gotta check it out right here. I'm pretty pleased with how this all turned out. So, you know, a lot of people might say that the knobs are, you know, they're not really accurate and things like that, and I of course opted not to change those things, and you could definitely do it that way. But what I wanted to do was kind of show like the potential of what was already here, just with the way it comes. Now I know somebody designed some parts to 3D print to kind of update some of that stuff, and I think that's really cool. And I maybe would have gone that way with a few things, but I had kind of already done most of those by the time that stuff popped up online. But if you're interested in that, I'll have a link to that in the description. And for those of you wondering, here's the comparison between the Spirt trap on the right and my 3D printed trap on the left. If you've got one of these and you've done some mods on it yourself, I'd really like to see what you guys did. So if you want to post a comment down below with a link to some pictures of the mods that you did on your Spirt traps, that would be really awesome. And you know, I'd love to share those with people on Facebook and stuff like that. If you want to see some more pictures of this, I'm going to post all the close-up photos on my Facebook page at Just Some Nerd, so you can check that stuff out on there. And I'm going to be sharing some pictures on Instagram and Twitter too, so you guys can follow me on there too. That'd be awesome. I've got a few more Ghostbusters videos planned coming up soon. I have the Spirt PKE meter and the Ecto goggles on pre-order, so I'm really excited to get those and do probably another unboxing video. And I'll probably do some repainting stuff like this on those too. So if you're interested in that, you know, make sure you subscribe, because that should be, you know, that should be a lot of fun too. And I'm also working on a Ghostbusters belt gizmo, and I'll have a little build video on that up next week hopefully. So if you're interested in Ghostbusters stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So until next time, I'll see you guys.